Hello everyone. Today we are going to speak about relative pronouns. Who, whom, which, whose, where, and when. Normally we use who for person. It should be a subject. And we use whom for a person. And it is this objective sense. Let's take examples. Number one, the scientist whom we met is a nano engineer. So the subject is we, and the scientist is in fact the object of the sentence. To explain more, the sentence is we met the scientist. We met the scientist. We met the scientist. Not the scientist met us. So we met the scientist. Sentence number 2 is when to use who. The student who solved this equation is a smart girl. The student who solved this equation is a smart girl. So the subject here is the student. Clear? Because we have no other person here. So we have verb. So remember, when we use who, we always have a pronoun here. And when we use who, we should always use a verb. Okay, let's move now to an exercise. Fill in the gaps with who or whom. So sentence number 1, I saw a boy makes magic. The movie star I took a selfie with is Hassan Fat. The volunteer made all the great contributions is here. They interviewed the actor played the main role of Fast and Furious. Now, what do you think? Take your time, pause the video for a while and answer the exercise. Okay, good. That's it. So number 1, I saw a boy who makes magic. We have a verb here, so we can't use whom. The movie star whom I took a selfie with is Hassan Fat. So we have here a pronoun, remember. So we say whom. The volunteer who made all these great contributions is here. The volunteer who made is a verb. They interviewed the actor played, so we have a verb. So they interviewed the actor who played the main role of Fast and Furious. Okay, good. Let's move on to other pronouns. So we have relative pronouns, and of course where and when are relative adverbs, but anyway we include them with the relative pronouns. So pay attention to colors. So which is for objects or things, where for places, and when for time, and whose for possession. Sentence number 1. This is the sitcom which makes me laugh. So sitcom is something. So we say which. The cafe where I sit is very quiet. Cafe is a place. I remember the day when we first met. Day is time, so we say when. I know a boy whose father is an architect. So remember, after whose we always have a noun, something that can be possessed. Something that can be possessed. Father, for example, in this sense. Now we move to an exercise. Fill in the gaps with which, where, when, and whose, or whose. Number 1, I know you live. This is the novel Sfrewi wrote. I'm a citizen, activities never end. Summer is I like to travel all alone. Take your time again and think of the answer to these 4 sentences. So you can pause the video, you can stop it for a minute, and answer the questions. Okay, fine. Time is over. Number one, I know where you live. In fact, we don't have anything that can tell you if it is a place or a person or whatever thing. So the main thing that can help you is where is live, and we normally live in places. So I know where you live. Number two, this is the navel sphere we wrote. So this is not navel which, because navel is something, object. So sphere we, this is the navel which sphere we wrote. Number three, I met a citizen, and we have here activities. It's not a verb, it's not a pronoun, it is a noun. So something to be possessed. I met a citizen whose activities never end. Number four, summer is time, is a period of time. So summer is when I like to travel all alone. Okay, good. Now let's move to a homework. Well, we're going to answer that later. The mobile is a device we use to make calls. Amjun, Miriam, is the student won the prize. The horse color is white is mine. The person they visited was a refugee. The flat I live is awesome. The flat I hired is awesome. So pay attention to number 5 and number 6. They might look the same because we have place, but we can't use where in both of them. So one is where and one is which. So pay attention. Now take your time and think of the answer of this exercise again. You can pause the video like I say, or stop it for a minute or two and answer that. Okay, fine. Let's answer that together. So number 1, the mobile is a device which mobile is something, is an object that we use, which we use to make calls. Number 2, Miriam is the student. A student is a person who won the prize. The horse, which, we have color here, remember, so color is a noun. So the horse whose color is white is mine. The horse whose color is white is mine. Number 4, the person they visited was a refugee. The person whom they visited was a refugee. Whom, remember, we have here pronoun they. Number 5, the flat. Okay, number 5 and number 6, attention. The flat I live is awesome. The flat I hired is awesome. So the flat I live, so we here we have the verb live here is what makes me choose where. So the flat where I live is awesome. It says number 6, the flat I hired is awesome. The flat which I hired is awesome. So we're speaking about the flat as something, not as a place. Okay, that's it. Good luck and hope you benefit from this presentation, and have a good day.